What is happening, my friends? Welcome. Welcome to the longest-running daily variety show, the MarkinsPires Show, day 1970 in a row. And I got a doozy for you tonight. We're doing part 2 of Comedy Night, all of the crazy, zany, insane comedies that have taken place in this show. There's been news stories as of late. Before that, it was green screen comedies. I was just, every day was Where in the World is MarkinsPires? I was on the moon, I was on Mars, I did everything. I was in China, Russia, I did it all. Remember when I went to the Democratic Republic of Congo to go and do the report on the cobalt that was being mined? Did that one as well. I was also at Hunter Biden's house. When Trump was arrested, I was there. Did it all on green screen. But tonight we're going to delve a little deeper. We've done many game shows. We've done different crazy things. I don't know. I did the supermarket shopping spree. Coca-Cola. I went in there and complained at Coca-Cola. That was a funny one. But what about the Shark Tank episode? If you guys don't know about this, basically what happened was I just had this idea to do Shark Tank. I don't know why. I just looked for a couple backgrounds. Everything you're about to see was live improvisation. I had no idea what to do once I got on the screen. The best way I could explain this is within the first 3 minutes, you could see I'm kind of like trying to feel for where the hell to go with this thing. Like I have no idea what I'm going to do. But that first 3 minutes of me trying to figure out where this thing will go turned into a 25-minute bit. And movies have taken place based on me saying one thing on this show. So just so you have an idea, that's what you're about to watch. And then what I did was I kind of, I amplified it. I put an intro, outro, all that stuff. It's crazy. But this is the mind of MarkinsPires, which may be a little out there. But keep in mind, this is parody. This is complete insanity. I have Matt Zabrowski here. We're about a minute and 20 from him giving us a woo-hoo. I don't even know if we need it today, because this Shark Tank episode's crazy. But maybe what we'll do while we're waiting for it is I'll show you the new mandolin. Guys, it's finally ready. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. This is olive wood, and it's finally strung up. I don't know, I still have to tune it up and get it. I haven't not tried to go all the way to full tuning yet. I'm a little nervous about that just because these strings, seem to break things. But I showed it to my friend Peter today, who's a guitar tech, and he was blown away. He said, I've never seen that's pretty cool, especially this tailpiece. He said it reminded him of the Trey Anastasio guitar tailpiece. I didn't know that there's a guy up in, I guess, Vermont who hand builds about 20 guitars a year. And he said that my tailpiece looks just like his. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I just thought of it in a moment and did it. Zabrask! So basically, I think I have the coolest looking mandolin in the world. I created it from scratch. It's got pickups, so I could plug it in, which is going to be pretty sweet. Be able to play this sucker. Maybe tomorrow for a cover song night. I had somebody ask me to play the mandolin song by Paul McCartney. I think it's called like Mandolin. I have a song called Mandolin Jam, but I think he did something similar. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys the link in case you guys can do me a favor. Give this a like and a comment on the actual original post of Shark Tank. This is it right there. And without further ado, my episode, The Debacle, Moink, Shark Tank. Joanne, we're in it. Gosh almighty, Joanne, what are you doing? You get it, Here we go. I'm going into pitch right now, really nervous. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm hoping that they're excited about moinking. It's the newest trend. You guys will hear about it soon. I'm going to do a pitch in a few seconds here. But I'm really excited. I'm just nervous. This is the first time I've ever pitched like this in front of sharks. So like, I don't know if they're going to just chew me alive, or if they're going to be like, moinking is the most exciting thing since freaking hula hoop. And it is. But I got to first go and make my case. So I'm heading in now, guys. Wish me luck. Thanks. I'll see you soon, all right? How will Moink make out in the shark? Hi, sharks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of Moink. What's that? Moink? What is Moink? When you get your friggin' Moink on, everybody's excited. Let me tell you a little bit about it. When you go out with friends and you're like, hey, what are we gonna do later? I'm like, dude, get a freaking Moink. And everybody's like, I want a Moink. Where do you go? $19.95. Look, you have to use, we'll call 1-800 number, and we'll give you a freaking Moink. So look, that's the whole business, really. And like, who's on board? Who wants to be on the Moink train, you know? Some people are a little nervous about getting on the Moink train because they don't know what it is. The bottom line is this. Do you remember the 60s? Yeah, I remember. I know you do, Mr. Wonderful. Remember back in the 60s when people were banging it out? That's what the Moink is about here, 2023 style, because we couldn't really get it off the ground 2019, Plandemaroo, and now instead we're reeling it back. We brought it back in, and people are getting their Moink on for the first time ever. I'm sorry, what's that, Barbara?
I find you enormously abrasive. I feel as though you don't have the capacity to listen.
No, Barbara, you can't just ask me questions like that when I'm trying to do my presentation. Okay, you want to ask me questions during the presentation? How about you let me present first before you start asking me questions about valuation? Oh, you're asking for $50 million for 1.5%. How did you get that valuation, Mark? How about you shut your friggin' hole till I finish, my presentation? And then you could ask your questions. And I'll lay it out for you. I'm gonna give you all the detail, Barb. What's that?
Your biggest danger is underestimating how successful you could be and what you're gonna need to get there. You need me?
No, Barbara, I'm sorry. I thought you were on like a one-on-one friend basis now. Like you're investing in Moink. And when you do invest in Moink, all of a sudden I can call you Barb, you know? I didn't know I'd be offending you in the moment. I'm sorry about that. Look, bottom line, sharks, who the frig's on board to get their Moink on? Mr. Wonderful, I'm sorry.
You may not like this offer, but I'm going to make it anyway. I would want some kind of cash flow in the form of, maybe I'd make it debt, or maybe I'd make a royalty.
No, this isn't like a debt deal, okay? You want to make it a debt deal. Look, I'm going to structure this with a debt slash umbrella plan. You want to do a traveler's insurance? I don't need a traveler's insurance plan to, deal with Moink. When you're out there on the streets of Michigan and you're doing it, and everybody's like, tell me a little bit about Moink. And you're like, no, you gotta get the Moink on. And you do the dance. That's when everybody goes wild. They all wanna be on board. They all wanna get their Moink products. So we came out with our very first shirt. Go Moink yourself. And look, if you have a problem with that one, then you're not a Moink, connoisseur. You want to be a Moink connoisseur, then Moink yourself is like the foray into the brand, positioning. I'm sorry, what's that, Cubes?
Just for calling me.
Now, I will call you Cubes, okay? Because your name is Cuban, and I'm a shorter than, longer name guy. I'm gonna give you the acronym, okay? You're Cubes. And listen, all I have to tell you, Cubes, is that we're making big ducats here on, on Moink. And when you have Moink, you got money. That's not one of our other, bumper stickers. When you got Moink, you got money. Because think about it, 60s, when you were Moinking, like babies being born, everybody's getting Moinked. Look, I'm just painting a picture for you guys, sharks. If you want to invest in the hottest company in the world right now, getting your Moink on, the valuation's clear to me. Yeah, but you guys, I know you want a little bit more, so let me give you the t-shirt number 2. get the moink out of here. You know what I mean? And then what you're doing is you're telling them that they can't moink where they are. Like, you can't moink here. You gotta moink somewhere else, you know? And again, we're trying to be safe moinkers while we're also supplying more moinking. You know, so it's like more moinking, but safe moinking. So look, that's our product here. Do you have any specific questions for me as the inventor of moinking? Moink Mondays. That's another one we're doing now. There's 10% off on the website if you want to get into the Moink Mondays, you know, routine. Look, I'm just letting you know about the kind of the specifics of our website on moink.com. And remember, this is a kind of moving product in a way, okay? Because we started with Moink, and we're gonna very quickly move over to Poink. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Poink. Poink is for your animals, okay? And when they're going out there to procreate in order to make new species.
You are remarkably entertaining. I firmly believe that you'd be hugely successful if you did a comedy routine.
Okay, no, sorry. That one we'll leave out of this pitch, okay? You guys could ask me about poinking later. But right now, we'll stick to moinking, okay? Which is the maternal, you know, version of poinking. Listen, we're doing it right now. We are cash positive. We've made $15.7 million in the first 7 days. Everybody's getting their moink on. Who's on board? Who wants to be the next moinker? We call people who, you know, who are part of the moink, you know, let's call ourselves an organization. How about that? The Moink organization. I was gonna say the Moink team, but we're more than a team, you know? Like, you guys bring so much to the table. That's why I'm here today. I really want a deal. I'm not here like that guy, like, oh, he's killing it. He made $15.1 million in the first 7 hours. So he doesn't really want a deal. I do want a deal. I'm here to do a deal because I need the expert tutelage from you guys, you know? So look, I'm gonna lay it out for you. We're killing it, yes, but I need a shark in order to shark it. You know, like you could kill it, but wouldn't you rather shark it, which means you gnaw the freaking face off? I'm just saying that that's what I want from you guys. I don't want to just kill it and then it's like, oh, it's dead. You know, everything's dead. No, I want it to be a constant shark attack. And that's what I'm thinking. All 5 of you, we all get our moink on together. It's a group moinking, you know? And some people are like, wait a second, we're doing group moinking? Yes, that's part of the freaking program. Like, shirt number 3 was, if you're not down, get a group moink going, yeah? And then people are starting to see it from that perspective. 2023, you know, you don't tell people what they are, who they could be, who they should be with, and you can say, why don't you all join and get a moink on, you know? T-shirt, 3rd one.
What are your sales?
We're killing on that one too. We made $747,243 in 7 seconds. Yeah. Look, when you got the most successful and cash positive business you've ever seen on Shark Tank, walk in here and say, I want to do a deal. You know, you guys say, where are the freaking deals? Let's throw them on the table for this guy. Let's go. Let's just put them on. And then I'm gonna sit there and just read them off. Okay, look, Barbara's offering $17.4 million for 1.5%. Right?
Tell us why it's a
By the way, in all
50
transparency,
million.
I have a couple of these.
Highest valuation ever requested in the Shark Tank.
Just want to be clear I heard you properly.
Guys, my valuation's clear. You see what I've done. Sales, you know, moinking. You know? I got nothing else. That's all I know is that when people want to get their moink on, they're going to moink.com, you know? And they're putting in their order for a double moinking. That's another thing. The double moink. We're offering bonus points on the first moink. And then when you put it towards the second moink, and you pay the difference, double moink situation, you know? Look, that's just like the ultimate. If you can get a double moink, you know, then like everybody is excited. They really want to, you know, start telling their friends. They start buying apartments and like, you know, painting rooms because of the moinking. They're hopeful that maybe that's going to lead to more, you know?
What problem is it actually solving?
Guys, this is how we bring the world together. by moinking. So I don't think I could tell you any more about Moink than I've done so far. So I appreciate you guys, and at this point, I will take questions. Sharks, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mark Pires. I am the inventor of Moink. You may be saying to yourself, what the frig is Moink? I'm going to tell you all about it right now.
It's one of the worst ideas I've ever seen. I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful, how could you be out before I even said, I didn't even tell you what the product was, and you're getting out already? Mr. Wonderful, you may be like a moinker. You don't even know if that's our, thing. When someone's into moinking, we used to call them a moinker. And if you're not a moinker before I even get through it, like I'm here, I'm trying to do it, give you the pitch. You won't even let me get through a pitch before I'm out. I'm Mr. Wonderful, I'm out. You're not so wonderful if you can't even let me finish my pitch first. What's that?
You guys are on top of the world. You were dominating.
Oh, Cuban, I appreciate you over here giving me cubes. Good guy. Listen, I'm going to tailor my speech directly to Cuban because I think I'm kind of pissed off now at Mr. Wonderful. I don't even want to look in your direction. All right? I'm doing it here to Cubes. Cubes, listen. Moink You is our first go-to product, when people are out on the streets and they're just trying to get the brand awareness, we have these t-shirts and the first thing you see is Moink You. It's just creating conversation. I know you know what that's like, social media style. You want to create a conversation with your clientele in order to build the business. Now, of course, our customer acquisition cost is less than $1 because everybody wants to get moinked. And when you're doing a moinking type of deal with the Sharks, it may be not Mr. Wonderful, but again, Cubes, moinking, listen, you should bring it up at a Dallas Mavs meeting. Guys, everybody ever heard of moinking? Have you guys been doing a moinkaroo? And then everybody's in, You get not a controlling, share, but you get 1.5% of the business. Yeah, that's big money right there. Big money. But listen, I wanted to say something first of all, Barbara. I don't really appreciate the way that you just come to your valuation of the Moink business without, first of all, hearing me out of why I think the valuation should be what it is.
Not for a second. But here's what we see again and again on Shark Tank, which always disturbs me. It's your approach to business, right? I see you as a cautious, respectful, intellectual guy, very bright, assessing, analyzing, but you forgot to take it out to market and see if there's even a demand there.
I can add a lot of value here, bringing this into my portfolio and making you a Shark Tank company.
Mr. Wonderful, with your stupid little I always noticed you do one of these, Mr. Wonderful, in every single picture. You have something secret society stuff you want to tell us about? I'm part of a Testavan. Yeah, we know all about you. It'd be a shut up. But what about, are you part of Illuminati? What do we do? Look, in every photo, I'm like this. Yeah, we know what that means. Listen, you're out anyway. I don't freaking care what you think of me with your Illuminati ties. Okay, look, guys, let's get back to brass tacks. Okay? Moink You. The first product. Second one is go moink yourself. That one, we went gold, platinum, double digits. When I got a call from the supplier and they were like, we can't, we don't even have any more fabric for this. I had to question them. I pressed them. How could you run out of fabric for a moink? People want to get moinked. So let me get back to this because Barbara, I know you're on freaking bated breath. You can't wait to learn more about moinking. Now, it is a process that involves your libido, first of all. I know that you're lacking that, Mr. Wonderful. You were thinking about getting into women's sports. We know, 2023. But look, Mr. Wonderful, that's you, okay? I'm still working with Cubes. I'm still working over here with Barbara. Barbara, let me ask you a question, if I'm allowed to ask questions of you guys. You're here asking me questions. I want to ask you questions. When's the last time you moinked? I'm here. I'm doing the moinking. I got the t-shirts. Go moink yourself.
I probably need this product more than any other woman on earth. I haven't had a sexual thought in probably 30 years.
And you can't even, tell me why moinking is, not the best thing since Wonder Bread? 62. 5 cents a freaking loaf. And now you're talking about my valuation. Inflation. Look, remember, when you have an inflationary tactic, and it has to do with Wonder Bread, but you're getting moinked? You know? I mean, look, you could say negatively, I got moinked, but like, don't you want to get moinked, Barbara? I mean, like at a certain point, maybe you're just not into it anymore. You're just like, I'm over getting moinked. But right now, this is a moinking situation. We're here doing a Shark Tank. Yeah, I know Kevin's here. He can, we'll turn him in the other direction, Barbara. Okay. If you don't want to get your moink on, just because freaking Mr. Wonderful is here. What's that? No, you're not wonderful. I was joking. Didn't you see me do air quotes? Cubes. You saw me do air quotes, right? What is he talking about? I am wonderful. No, I was joking with you. Sarcasm. Yeah, Mr. Wonderful is like literally sarcasm. Everybody's laughing at you, Mr. Wonderful, not with you. Yeah. What's that? No, I don't care if they're laughing at me. That's the point of this, No, Cubes, he's just being a jerk, okay? I get it. I'm the butt of the joke. Maybe if you guys were throwing deals at me instead of freaking complaints and more obstacles. Oh, what were your sales in 2019? We had the Plandamaroo. What did you want me to do during the Plandamaroo when everybody can't get out there and moink? There's no moinking when you've got to be social distancing. Sir, your business, how's it doing? Are you flourishing? No, I got to call the SBA. You got to help me out. I'm here. What's your business, sir? Moink. What's that about? Go moink yourself. You haven't seen the shirts? Oh yeah, no, I did see that. Right? What's that, Cuban? No, Cuban, look, you want to have controlling interest in the company? You got to pay big bucks. Or you can go moink yourself. That's shirt too, remember. And if you're not going to be an investor in the company, you could at least be an investor in the company by purchasing a Go Moink Yourself shirt. What's that green dress over there?
I think that the businesses that do really well right now are those that have a purpose.
I appreciate your green dress. I do. It's nice neon green. That was a choice. That was a choice. I wouldn't have gone with neon green. That's just me. Look, again, I'm here. I'm moinking. And I'm just looking for a partner. Who wants to get their moink on? I mean, and again, you could be private with your moinking. This is a private business. What's that, neon? No, neon, you can't. Look, if you want to have a taster / let me see if I could get a product sample, I'm sorry. I'm not only the product inventor, I'm also a client. Look, neon, this is a pyramid scheme. Okay, we're working on a pyramid scheme, but this one works. You guys had a problem with Madoff, but he did it right for a very long time. He kept everybody in the dark. They're all like, I got a lot of money. And then he just took it all. That's what we're doing here sort of too with the moink. Everybody's in, they're thinking, look, I got a really good, investment here in moink. And then you dropped the other shoe. What's that, Cuban?
To everybody who's watching, don't buy it. I'm out.
No, Cuban, what do you mean you're out? Cuban!
I really don't know anything. Mark, sometimes your level of arrogance really pisses me off. I only say that you don't give people a chance. I wish I knew what their business was if you would let people talk.
This is the freaking deal of the century. Moink. Who cares if you're just rug pulling people? That's what we do best here. You must have missed my feature film, The Wolf of Crypto. It is available on YouTube to watch, where I rug pull everybody. What is that?
Won't want to be a...
Well, no, I mean, it's one of my alter egos, because I wasn't going to use my real social security number for that. So Peter Bishop went out and robbed everybody blind. And he's a multi-millionaire, Peter Bishop. Then, of course, offshoring it, I dropped those funds, that's right, into Moink. And now I'm moinking it, But look, if you guys don't want to be, in, And green neon, like you want to do you, whatever, you know. But like, I'm gonna just continue to moink the freaking business, you know. I'm gonna moink it into the ground if I have to. And if you guys don't want to be a part of it, and green, neon, moink the system. You know, some people are like, I want to build a really successful business. I want to moink the freaking system. I moink the system, everybody gets their moink on, you collect the profits, bang biggity boo. You know? What's that, Neon? No, Neon, you won't get caught. There's no issues here. This is all above board. You know, people are buying a control, you know, in the company, which is just getting their moink on until they realize that it's like an Amish thing, you know? Sometimes you're not really expecting Lancaster to come into the picture, and all of a sudden you're there. You know, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, they're out in the freaking horse and buggy. And then you realize you got duped, you know? But look, if you guys aren't into getting duped with the Amish and you get them thinking like they all of a sudden got some lottery ticket and they can now support their family by moinking and now, you know, selling the moinking results to the public, I mean, that's on you guys. And I just want to say one more thing before you know. Remember this face, okay? Especially you, Cuban, and freaking you, stupid. Yeah, I'm calling you stupid with the dumb head. Why don't you polish that freaking head before you go on camera? Let me ask, I needed to know this before Mr. Wonderhall. Do they like put a base on that stupid nog before you go out here for filming? Because you gotta imagine there's a shine on that thing, you know? Get your shine box, you know, that type of deal.
You're a get the out of here.
Oh! Remember this face, all right? Because I'm gonna be a success with Moink.
You. We're all like
I'm telling you, whether it was you or me or Robert or one of us, he was going to do that to somebody. It just happened to be you were the last guy. He's an idiot. He's a con artist.
Kevin, don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Look, I went in there, I gave him my all, I told him all about Moink, and I just couldn't get anybody on board. I don't know what else I could have said. You know, get your Moink on, go Moink yourself. You know, Kevin just seemed to be a real deterrent from the very top, and I just couldn't get over his negativity at the end of it. You know, Mark Cuban, I thought he was on board, like he was gonna invest, he was gonna put everything he had, all of his billions, behind Moink. Because he gets his Moink on, he's got a lot of kids, you know? And he didn't get on board. Barbara, a little frigid there, so I'm not surprised on Barbara. But freaking Neon, when Neon Lady was sat there and she's going, and she's asking me stupid questions, that's when I was like, I gotta get the freak out of here. I don't even want to deal anymore. No, of course I wanted a deal. You know, it really bothers me. I did everything I could in there. I did it all. And I got nowhere except for here. You know, this is the walk of shame room. I get it. I'm on my way out the door. I'm going. And then you guys are gonna laugh. Oh, look, he went in here, he's gonna go get his Moink on all by himself tonight. No, I'm not. I got a group Moink going, okay? Told you guys about it. Nobody wanted to get in on the group Moink, but that again, that's on you.
Oh my goodness.
The golden ticket goes to my favorite product.
I've made you a good offer.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is the winner.
Riding all the way to the bank.
All the way to the bank, baby.
You've come to the right place.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you do stupid stuff.
We're back! Back in friggin' Cairo. Hey, you see Sonny? Sonny took his spot atop him again. Oh, look at me, got Koof Cup. How dare you, stupid Koof Cup? You gonna sit there and got me to dig all the friggin' holes? Use them stupid fish, Sonny. Dig a root right down the bottom.
Just one freaking move, Sonny. Phew, he's down in China. You didn't know? The Sonny's got the force like a wrecking ball. One freaking fist into the ground. He's a scary guy back home. But here in Cairo, he's taking down pyramids. Taking them down. Sonny! They said don't take any more pyramids down. Keep it kind of safe, okay? Just pop a hole in the side for me and you'll go steal all the goods. Wait, what you gonna do? You gonna take down all the pyramids? 1,000 years, people look back and say, oh, wait, I think there were a thing called pyramids, but they're not there. What are you, 2020 United States of America? How dare you? Settle down. You gotta make sure people have a history to know what's good and what's bad. You can't get rid of everything. Oh, yibbity-yabbity you! Let's create our own history and our own likeness. Who are you, God? You can't do that, Sonny. I'm gonna take it all down with wrecking ball fists. Stop taking things down with wrecking ball fists. Sonny, told you use the pinky or just the pointer finger. Right through the side of the wall. Fudge goes in there. I'm putting the loot in a couple pockets. You come put your hands out. We got the rest. We're done. You can fit the entire cargo in one hand, I know that. I want to just divvy it up between the two. So you're not kind of biting. I know, you're nothing bitings you, freaking Mongoloid. Hold on a minute, Sonny! What are we doing? Are you gonna open up another pyramid for me or what? This is episode 5. You gotta open pyramid. I don't know if it's 5 or 4, whatever the frig. We already opened up a couple pyramids. We're doing well. Right now, I called the loot master. He came down, he goes, Fotch, you're doing well. That's what I'm talking. Hey, Sonny, how's that Cairo blend doing? You come down with me, you bring me friggin' Tibet. You're like, oh, look, Fotch, we gotta go get a fresh roast. You gonna get a fresh roast? How about you go down the street, Cairo, Egypt? Hey, I'm looking for some coal. I gotta fill my mug the size of Jupiter. Huh?
We're moving around.
Wayne, I'm gonna throw this over to you for a minute, buddy. Give us your opinion
Wages.
on this this solar flare and the filament release I'm seeing here, and just let me know what you think.
Well, what you've got here, Wages, is the magnetosphere is starting to expand. When you've got this whole situation with cosmic rays, the heliosphere expanding, you see that in the form of a explosion on the surface of the sun.
All right, now that we got your opinion on that one, let me show you the other angstrom, the different colored one here that you should be looking at here. I'd like to know. You're really intriguing me here. So if you would, just
Dr. Wayne Doppler, 7'9", tallest man alive. 8'9".
So this is the 131 angstrom, Wayne. Is it any different than what we look at when we look at the 304, which I just showed you? In your opinion?
Well, Wages,
especially when we're looking at.
I'm trying to find the one where Wages gave me all of the terms.
Wages, thank you very much for sending it back to me. Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history, 8'9". You could find me in the Guinness book. They actually needed 4 pages to get the full Dopp. Wayne Doppler in front of the prototype for the Doppler 5001. Wages, I know you asked me about the Doppler 5001. There it is! I actually made it out of Legos. And then from there, they took it and said, you know what, I think we could actually scale this. And now I'm pretty close to it, not that close, but remember, I'm 8'9". Wayne Doppler, the freaking Dops. And, so look, I wanted to make sure you understand how the Doppler 5001 works. When you're dealing with the magnetosphere, you're gonna wanna get the Doppler 5001 tuned in, right? Because cosmic rays may attack that magnetosphere, right? So hold on, just stay with me for a second. The Doppler's on to something. So when that heliosphere starts to affect the cosmic rays and the magnetosphere, then you're going to start to have an issue with the solar vortex. So stay back. You don't want to have any problems with the solar vortex, because when the sun diver
and the solar vortex intertwine, then you've got solar flares. Solar flares everywheres. Look, that's my slogan for the day. We're going to have a slogan for the day every day for old Wayne Doppler. This one is solar flares everywheres. And remember that it all culminates with a CME at the end, right into planet Earth. And we're going to have issues, so make sure you go to EMP Shield at the bottom of the Real Talk page because there's a discount, and it also helps Mark Pires Real Talk's program. Wayne Doppler doesn't need the help. Rich, very rich man, Wayne Doppler, Doppler 5000. I am the patent holder, also tallest man in history, 8'9". So when it comes down to noctilucent clouds, what does the Doppler 5001 do? Are you kidding me? The Doppler 5001 was specifically designed to dial in on the noctilucent clouds. And then on top of that, when they produce solar rain, Doppler 5001 is all over it. And, you know, look, I think this is what it does. The Doppler 5001 just kind of does it all. I mean, it literally, when people would say, hey, how's the weather, Doppler 5000? I'd even duck and go like that, and I could tell them, hey, it's gonna rain. It started raining. Oh, it did? Yeah, it did start raining. Doppler 5000. I just get the weather faster than everyone else. We took that to a whole new level with the 5001 model. Now we actually satellited it. It's a real satellite over there instead of the DOPS. So taller than the DOPS, gets the weather quicker than the DOPS. And then on top of it, we are going into the Earth strike zone. And when we do that, the Doppler 5001 can give us advanced warning. That's what it does. The DOPS. I'm not finished yet, though. So much more is accomplished with the Doppler 5001. When it comes down to diagnosing where a solar flare is coming from the east or the west limb of the sun, we need the Doppler 5001 to give us that information. And we have it. So we're providing that now to the Wages World program so they get up-to-date information on their elliptical, rainstorm, solar flares, nocturnal clouds, noctilucents. You know what I'm talking about. But don't forget the most important thing. We have to talk about the bow shock. Gotta talk about the bow shock. We can't not talk about the bow shock. Tallest man in history. When it comes to the bow shock, don't get Eddie Murphy involved, all right? He played Bowfinger, and that's close. So we're keeping him away from the bow shock. And remember the interplanetary magnetic field, the lines, you know, AKA the IMF lines? Those are closed field lines. You didn't know that they were closed field lines? Wayne Doppler, tallest man in history. I can't even stand in frame. Look at that. My hair, I can't even stand in frame. Doppler 5001, if you'd like to donate to the Doppler 5001 Planetary Advancement Fund, just go to Doppler 5001 6543679 or 3.1462-845. I hope you have a great day, dops.com. And I appreciate you. Have a great day. Wayne Doppler signing off. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to tell you the most important thing about the Doppler 5000. Advanced earthquake warnings. Ding, 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 ding. Doppler. I'm all over it. I'm having the advanced warnings of the earthquakes. The seismograph tells you one thing. Doppler tells you everything. So make sure you tune into the DOPS.
I'm going to be laying it all out for you. And you'll have a couple of helioplots in the process. Maybe a couple of, very low frequency, VLFs. We're going to get those in there. And potentially a couple of, very high frequency, situations going on as well. At the end of the day, when you're dealing with the Cascadia subduction zone, you want to make sure that you are not being subductive. You don't want to be subductive to the Cascadia subduction zone. You got to give it some space. You do your thing. Dops is doing his thing over here. 8'9". I don't need a subduction zone, okay? I don't want to be subducted, okay? Thanks for coming out. Look, I think that's enough of the Dops for the day. I'm feeling a little tired, 8'9". The air is thinner up here, and I need a break, take a nap down at normal 6 foot level. When I sit down, I'm still sitting at 6 feet. It's weird, I know. But that's where I get normal air oxygenation. That's one of the problems for old, this is problems for old Doppler. And that's why we're creating the 5001.
In a freak accident, he's transported on a SpaceX rocket to Mars. He's stuck on Mars!
Just the first scene. This is my 9th feature film.
2.
This is just the first scene.
Mark Pires, stuck on Mars. 1 second, I'm there doing a report from the SpaceX rocket, and I'm not sure. I got swept into the draft or something, and it was either get burned alive like a shish kebab or grab on for dear life, which I did. And before you know it, I am being hurtled through the atmosphere and on my way to Mars. I'm here now. I don't know what they say about this no oxygen in the atmosphere here, because I'm freaking breathing. Not sure for how much longer. No water, no food. I didn't even bring a Snickers. How did I know? I didn't know I was gonna be stuck here on Mars. Hey Mark, you want to take the report? SpaceX rocket? Got extra paid for hazard. Excuse me, hazard? I'm walking all over the place on Mars. Where are you going? I gotta know where to go. There's nowhere to grab a bite to eat. I can't even go and grab a big gulp. There's no 7-Elevens anywhere. But I'm here. I'm wondering if the news station even knows that I got swept away. Is there anything out there? Did they even get the footage? I don't know. And it looks like we are about to see liftoff. I'm very excited about this one. I've been here all day just waiting to see this. We're apparently 2 minutes and 48 seconds away from liftoff. SpaceX, planet Mars. This is apparently the payload that has children. All kinds of things are going on they won't tell you about. Look, I'm not even supposed to be in here right now. I'm not supposed to be in this close to that rocket. But you know what? I'm here anyway. I'm a risk taker, okay? They said, hey, Mark, you want to go there and take this story? You kidding me? I'm on it. All you got to do is get me a cameraman and a microphone. Got the microphone, got the cameraman. I'm ready to go. All I want to see now is that rocket taking off. Can we get that thing up in the air? What are we doing? Where's the red button? I'll push the button. Just freaking give me the button to push. And let's go. I want to see it up in the air. This is Mark Pires on scene. Channel 7 News. Waiting for the rocket ship. 1 minute 40 seconds. You want me to keep? I'll keep going. No, I'll keep going. Look, it's a really humid day here in Cape Canaveral, Florida. So basically, we're 1 minute and 3 seconds away from liftoff. And you know what? This is going to be one large step for man, one giant leap for mankind when we go up to Mars and drop these children off. There's a couple of women as well, women and children. They're going to start a civilization there. Elon Musk, he's ahead of his time. So bottom line, 1 minute and counting, 59. We're gonna do the countdown together. And all I want you to do is watch this beautiful craft take off. I should probably, yeah, I'm a little too close to this now. We are officially 37 seconds away from liftoff. I cannot wait to see this. Should I be here? I don't think I should be this close. Shouldn't I like get away? Look, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna book it on the countdown. We're gonna do 10, 9, and I'm gonna run out of here. And I think I'll be okay. I don't know. We're gonna check it out in a second. It's 15. Look, I'm getting a little nervous. Where's my producer? What am I doing here? I shouldn't be. Not 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! Yeah! Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I should never have taken this gig!
I got no legs!
That's the best shot right there.
But I'm here, and I'm pretty sure I'm here for the long haul. So I'm walking the landscape here, trying to find anything to chew on. Plenty of air, I got that. I just don't know what to do for food, for beverages, or really tonight, this is not going to do enough to get me through my first evening here on Mars. But I did want to quickly see if I can somehow get through, broadcast Mars to Earth. I don't know, maybe Channel 7 can somehow take this broadcast and get it out there, because I'm here on Mars, the only freaking human here, and I don't know what to do. I need some companionship. I can't even talk to anybody. I can't even find like an alien to talk to. I'm gonna keep walking around, I guess, but I'll be here for a while. If you get this message, if you see this message at all, please contact Channel 7. Let them know. No children.
All right, I just got to play you a little bit more from this. This is the actual film. I did a lot of zooming in and out when I actually made the film. These are all the original scenes, that one you saw. It's good, but you got to see all the zooming in and out. I'm not playing you the first scene again. I'm actually going to fast forward to the second scene, which is one of my favorites.
I'm still here. I'm stuck on freaking Mars. What am I supposed to do, though? There's nowhere for me to go. I keep walking, looking for somebody. Stuck on Mars. I'm going up this hill right now. It's hot. I think I saw something, though. I see there's nothing here, but I think I saw something while I was walking. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a closer look. I'm going to the top. Mark Pires, stuck on Mars.
Will they send someone to save him? What did he see? Find out next time on Stuck on Mars.
Mark Pires, still here, stuck on Mars. I've been here for a good 24 hours now. At this point, I'm just looking for like a cave or something, see if I can get a little rest. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going, see if I can get lucky and find a cave. Cave. I found a cave on Mars. That's right. Can't find water. Got nothing to eat. But I found a cave. I'm going in there. I'm heading in. I'm gonna go check out what's going on in this thing. I've never been in a cave on Mars. Wonder if it's any different than a cave on Earth. Let's take a look. I found water! There's water on Mars! I found it. I found water. Of course, I'm stuck on Mars, so it's not like I could do anything with all this water, but I found a plentiful source of Mars spring water. And so for all of you out there naysayers, there's no such thing as water on Mars, you can't sustain life. I'm freaking here, and there's water. So I'm not sure where you got this whole thought process. No water on Mars, can't breathe on Mars, no oxygen on Mars. Hello? Stuck on Mars. So I'm here in this cave with water, Martian water over here, and at least I've got water. What the? Are you kidding me? Milky Way? Who put Milky Way? Somebody's been here before. Somebody's been here before. The Milky Way? How did the Milky Way bar get here? What? Another Milky Way bar? How are there two? How are there Milky Way bars on Mars? I'm not gonna complain. I'm not complaining that there's Milky Way bars on Mars because I'm starving right now. I'm gonna eat the hell out of these Milky Way bars. I'm gonna eat the wrappers. That's what you do when you're on Mars and you find 2 Milky Way bars. You eat the wrappers as well. I found a cave and I found Milky Ways. This is a good day. This is a good day for the guy stuck on Mars. I'm just saying. This is pretty exciting stuff. I'm gonna take a seat here on this rock and just rest for a minute. I'm gonna crack a freaking Milky Way. How'd they make this out of? This one's not a normal Milky Way. Something wrong with this, like titanium wrappers or something. You gotta put the microphone down. That's all it took. That's it. Oh. There's no Milky Way. Oh, I feel energized! I feel energized! I don't care if I'm stuck on Mars now. I'm stuck on Mars with Milky Way bars! Woo! And I got a supply of water! I'm going skinny dipping! Who's gonna stop me? I'm here all alone on Mars! I'm the only person on Mars! Do you know I'm the smartest man on Mars? I am the richest man on Mars. I am also the most alive man on Mars.
And I'm also the only person on Mars who could swim in that. Also get to die alone on Mars, I guess. That one's not very good. But we're still hoping. We're still hoping that we're gonna run into somebody. Maybe an alien. Maybe we run into the rover. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm here. Got caught on the SpaceX rocket as it was leaving orbit. Now I'm here, stuck on Mars, but hey, I found a Milky Way bar, so I'm at least okay for today. Not sure what we're gonna find for tomorrow, but I'll keep a-searching. I'm half expecting some sort of animal to come jumping out of that water to eat me right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen, people. We're here stuck on Mars. You don't need to have some sort of attack in the water. All of a sudden, I can't even have any medical attention because I am also the only doctor on Mars. When you wind up being the only of everything on Mars, you gotta be pretty careful. You can't go walking all over things. You can't jump in the middle of a chasm. You can't jump over a crevasse. You can't go jumping into some crazy spring water filled with possible serpents. You gotta take it easy. I'm gonna do one of those I'm gonna creep up. I'm gonna do one of those creep up things and put my hand in the water. Just grab a little water, right? And walk away. I'm gonna try to, while I go, I'm walking away. Because if you get too close, there's a chance something comes out and grabs you. Now I'm here in my own private cave. I'm also the largest landowner on Mars. I own this cave. And also I own all of Mars, really. I'm gonna think about putting a flag out there that just says Marks instead of Mars. It's Marks because I'm here. I am the first person ever to stand on Mars. And guess what that means? I'm colonizing it. Woo! This is Marks. This is not Mars. You thought it was Mars? This is Marks. As soon as you put me on, strap me onto some stupid SpaceX rocket, and you send me up to space, to Mars? I'm sorry, that's now Marks. I'm gonna go, I got a Milky Way. I got a Milky Way. When you got Milky Way bars and you're stuck on Mars, you put a flag in the ground and you call it Marks. That's right. Look, I think I need to take a nap. I'm getting overly excited about this idea of having a Milky Way right here on Mars. Yeah, I'm all alone. Yeah, I'm stuck on Mars, but I'm happy. That's right. I don't have anybody ripping on my ear. I don't have anybody asking me for bills to be paid. I'm here on Mars all by myself. I got a Milky Way over there. What do you got? Oh, yippity yappity you, and you need to pay this bill. You're not on Mars. You can't get the luxury of being here in a cave by yourself. Spring water, Mars spring water, Milky Way. Welcome to Mars. See you tomorrow.
Will they send someone to save him? Will he make it through the night? Find out next time on Stuck on Mars.
Harold and Jameson live from the studio. Donald Trump is back with episode 10. How sour is that Don Lemon?
Thank you for joining me on episode 10 of the Donald Trump Show. That's right. Today, we're going to continue our journey, destroying fake news. Today, we're going to look at CNN. Don Lemon. That's right, we call him Con Lemonhead here, but I have an old clip that came across my desk I wanted to share with you guys. Give me your perspectives, okay? Take a look at this.
It got some, many on the political right, wondering why the so-called liberal media wasn't talking about other problems in the black community.
That's interesting, Leman. Why? Why would you say? This is 2013, by the way.
The outrage that I have is in the lack of really the national attention to what is an epidemic of crime in the black community, committed largely by blacks.
These are the same stats we're talking about now, and everyone calls us racist for bringing up.
Why aren't we talking about it? Good question. Actually, that's not a good question. We've talked about it many times on this show.
You have?
And on CNN.
You see, he could tell he was lying because he took a longer breath.
So that's the reason I didn't want to discuss at length crime in the African-American community or how to fix other ills that seem to be plaguing the community in general. But now that the jury has reached its verdict, one that everyone must accept, it's time now for some tough love on the subject.
Some tough love from the lemon. Sounds good to me.
Someone on another network got the chance to go first because I couldn't go during the week. I'm only here on the weekend, so listen to this.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos is the disintegration of the African-American family.
He's got a point.
He does?
In fact, he's got more than a point.
Wow. Don Lemon agrees with Bill O'Reilly. Who knew that was coming?
Drugs, hustling gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough.
Oh, Don Lemon's a mathematician now. Yes, I'd like to hear your estimation.
Black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing.
Here we go. Con Lemonhead, 2013, 5 ways to fix the black community. Let's hear it.
Here's number 5. Pull up your pants.
Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Number 4 now is the N-word.
Oh, my. Here we go.
I understand poetic license, but consider this. I hosted a special on the N-word, suggesting that black people stop using it, and that entertainers stop deluding yourselves or themselves and others that you're somehow taking the word back.
I am curious what people think of that comment.
A lot of African Americans took offense to that too.
Oh, he answered it.
Now number 3, respect where you live.
Is this a special message to the people in Chippy, Chaz? What are they calling themselves this week? I think it's a message to Chap.
Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities.
Imagine if they played this over the loudspeakers in Chap.
I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering.
Here comes a cheap shot at his community.
I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away.
Wow, stereotype much?
Just being honest here.
Interesting. When did you decide to get rid of the honesty policy, Leman?
Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids they're acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English.
What Don Lemon is saying right now would be considered racist in 2020.
A high school dropout makes on average $19,000 a year.
Wait, a year?
A high school graduate makes $28,000 a year.
Just graduating, you make 33% more per year.
A college graduate makes $51,000 a year.
That stat is less impressive to me. It costs like $50,000 a year for college. A college graduate makes $51,000?
Over the course of a career, a college grad will make nearly $1 million more than a high school graduate. That's a lot of money.
Yes, $1 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to the people of the United States of America. Not so much for Trump. I've got billions, okay?
And number 1, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should.
Words you will never hear Don Lemonhead speak again.
Especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers.
Look, can't you see, this is the point. Nothing ever changes. It's always the same. It was 72% in 2013 when Obama was the president.
And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues.
Yesterday you saw that Sleep Sofa Joe was the one that put them in prison. And Don Lemon remarked how it's a problem in 2013 when Obama was in office. So what's the problem when Trump wants to fix it? Anybody? Bueller?
Pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior.
Is rioting in the streets acceptable behavior? It's a good question, Don Lemonhead. What do you think we should do, Don?
Pay close attention to the hip-hop and rap culture that many of you embrace.
I embrace the Sugar Hill Gang. To the hip-hop, the hibbity-hibbity hip-hop, to top-it, don't stop. The boogie-boogie bang-bang, sugary-bug-bug.
A culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned, thug and reprehensible behavior. A culture that is making a lot of people rich, just not you.
The time CNN spoke the truth. Wow, it's almost surreal, right? It's surreal to see CNN speaking truth. I kind of like it. How do we get them to speak the truth always? So what happened to Don Lemon in 2020?
This is the thing, Don. You know, black people need to hold other black people accountable.
Okay, before we get started, that's what Don Lemonhead was doing in the 2013 clip we started with. Okay, watch.
I said this the same thing. This is the Black America's version of the Me Too movement. If anything is going to change, we ourselves need to look at our own communities and look at each other and say, this thing cannot go down.
I'm sorry, isn't that exactly what Don said?
And then this is what I'm saying. It's about who is controlling the narrative. It's got to be all Black Lives Matter.
That sounds right. What does Don have to say?
Here's what I have to say.
All right, Spin Doctor. Let's see what you got here.
The Black Lives Matter movement was started because it was talking about police brutality. If you want an all Black Lives Matter movement that talks about gun violence in communities, including, black communities, then start that movement with that name. But that's not what Black Lives Matter is about.
I'm soured by the hypocrisy. It's like eating a lemon. Oh.
So if you're talking about, if someone started a movement that said, cancer matters, and then someone comes in and says, why aren't you talking about HIV? It's not the same thing. We're talking about cancer.
I think Lemonhead doesn't grasp the concept of apples and oranges. If it's 100 people and you're there for all cancer matters, then it would be somebody who stands up and said, I have prostate cancer. And they would say, sit down, buddy. We just said all cancer matters.
So the Black Lives Matter movement is about police brutality and injustice in that manner, not about what's happening in black neighborhoods. There are people who are working on that issue, and if you want to start that issue, why don't you start it?
We have a hypocrite warning.
It is about police brutality. That should never be accepted. Yeah. I am not saying that that's not it, but there's more there. Okay. And when I look at, if they have more on their agenda, we need to ask them about what else is on that agenda.
Right. Don't you just love how uncomfortable Terry Crews made Don Lemonhead? It was hilarious. You could see he got very uncomfortable when he realized he couldn't control Terry Crews. I wonder, could we get Terry Crews on the Trump team? We should look into it. Look, I will see you tomorrow on the next Trump show. Have a good night.
Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. Donald Trump is back with episode 10. How sour is that Don Lemon?
Thank you for joining me on episode 10 of the Donald Trump Show.
Oh, goodness.
That's right. Today, we're going to continue our journey.
I think we've hit a bunch of good ones.
Destroying fake news. Today, we're going to look at CNN. Don Lemon.
Don
That's
Lemon,
right, we call
yes.
him Con Lemonhead here, but
Sleepy
I have an old
Pooh.
clip that came across my desk I wanted to share with you guys. Give me your perspectives, okay?
All right,
Take a look at
last
this.
piece. This is a
It
little
got
something
some,
for the
many
fam.
on the political.
And I want to thank you guys over here, obviously on YouTube, the fam and friends that have been here supporting me every day. This is not the end. I'm just playing you a piece.
That is Bobby Shizzy, Chris Donaldson, Ed, our brother, one of our newest family members, Kill It and Agarellet. When we're killing it and grilling it, that's some good eating. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, I don't really know if I want good eating. I'm like, well then don't call Kill It and Grill It. You want to go and get some micro-processed food, frozen dish, you know, like you're talking about like a Swanson's TV dinner? You want to do a Swanson's TV dinner. I want to do it, Kill It and Grill It. And get it fresh as I can do. Just killed the deer. Venison on the grill within 30 minutes. Is that? Are we allowed to do it that way? Kill it and grill it? Are we allowed to kill the deer and eat it within 30? Throw it on the grill? I want to have sear marks. You know, I want to still hear noises when I'm chewing on it. What the frig is that? Kill it. Did you cook this deer? This venison? Did you cook the venison before you decided to let me eat it? You're doing a raw doggy? I'm doing a raw dogger on the deer. You know. Kill and grill is just like, I thought you said you wanted to, you know, really taste the flesh. I thought you were okay with getting a little, you know, like squeak every time you took a bite. You're just like, there's something happening inside. There's still some life left, you know. And you're just taking, you're extinguishing the life. And with every bite, carnivorous, you know. But that's what the Kill It and Grill It style.
Kill it
When you
and
kill
a grill it style, guys. Out of my mind. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Trish. I think the crazy stuff that we've done here, completely nuts, you know? Completely nuts. So, gotta get this mandolin figured out. It's like I broke 2 strings just trying to tune it. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Something's wrong with it, but it looks pretty. It looks pretty. Hopefully I'll get it up and running for tomorrow. Guys, thank you for kicking it with me. Comedy Night Part 2. Tomorrow we're back to music. Tomorrow we are back to music. So hopefully I'll see you with me. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a show in the morning. I think I will. If so, please join me for the comedy news tomorrow morning. We're going to have a lot of fun like we do every time I go live. And not sure what the stories are going to be yet, but I'll pull a few and scroll the news together. Stay away from the politics, even though I don't know if it freaking matters what I say or do. Barella, my friend. S. Coop. Trish Killian. Virginia, we have liberty and freedom. You guys are awesome. Thank you, S. Coop, for sharing links with everybody. Guys, when you can, please help S. Coop out. If she's not here specifically and you have a wrench, if you can use it, tell people to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. A lot of fun tonight, as per usual. So hope to see you in the morning. We'll see if that happens. It should be. Should be around 9 a.m. Until then, please have a great night. Hopefully you got a laugh or two tonight. Played you a bunch of random stuff. Stuck on Mars. See you tomorrow. You got to go. You got to go away. You got to go away. Till tomorrow, of course. 1970 in a row. See you tomorrow.